So, Bianca, you had a question. You said, I'm learning about the midheaven. So, I just found out that I have Capricorn midheaven, 10th house, I believe. Oh, okay. So, we're going to finish the evening with Capricorn because we spent a lot of time talking about Capricorn, Aquarius, and Scorpio earlier. I love that. Okay. Capricorn stellium. So, I am very familiar with Capricorn energy. I have more of it than any other energy in my chart. Also, I'm also a Sagittarius stellium. So, these two energies are my predominant energies, and my Scorpio energy is also predominant because it rules my 10th house. So, back to your specific question. The 10th house in astrology rules your public image and your career. The 10th house is all about your public perception and your legacy. It is a very serious placement. Much like Capricorn, the 10th house is, no funny business energy. It's all about being responsible and being rewarded based on the value that you bring the world, starting with yourself and your family. So, whatever zodiac sign that you have in your 10th house will tell you not only about your career, which oftentimes when we're thinking about the midheaven, we're thinking about your career, but it would also tell you about people's public perception of you, about the impression that you generally leave with people, regardless of what kind of work a person goes on to do. It would also tell you about, according to the public, what is that person's like energetic signature. So that house is very much so into doing what it needs to do so that there's good leadership happening. The house is very serious. Capricorn 10th house people are serious people. Okay, thank you, Bianca, for my gift. They are all about that action. They're all about that hard work. They're all about that show and tell. They need to see the receipts. Yes, they're about as driven as you can get, as serious as you can get, and they're not going to let you undervalue them. You may not like them, you may not value them, and that's fine for you. Like you don't have to agree with me for what you think to be your reality. That's, you know, if a person doesn't value a Capricorn 10th house person, they're not like, "Oh my god, you don't like me. Oh my god, I'm so distraught." No. No. When it comes to making their bread, these people play zero games. They're all about their money. It doesn't mean they're not gonna like make jokes with you. They're not gonna like be kind and loving and respectful. They are. But if the behavior that you're bringing is not conducive to anything positive, if it is utterly a waste of time and value to their lives or anybody else's, they have zero interest in partaking in that conversation. Because what would be the point? What would be the point? And we're doing this because, and then when we get to the end of doing it, what are we getting? What are we discussing? What is the value in this for me? What am I getting out of it? If your answer is no value, Capricorn 10th house doesn't have time, and they're not making time. Capricorn, any placement is where you're going to be the most restricted. Saturn in astrology is about restriction. It's about pulling back the energy. It's about having control. You can't have control if you don't have stability. We're not even functioning in the realm of what's possible. Don't we need to be firmly rooted before we try like different movements? But we're not even rooted. Then how do we get, we're trying to drill, but how are we going to get down if we can't even? Capricorn is a goat. It's a water goat. Capricorn is called a water goat. Very sensitive, but very strong physically. And what gets lost in the presentation is the sensitivity. Because the hard work has become part of our identity. We forgot who we are outside of the hard work because the hard work is what we've always been expected to do our whole lives. So now, when you take the hard work off the table, it's a huge crisis for us. Because if I'm not a worker, what am I? If I'm not productive, what am I? This was the most difficult part of getting diagnosed with a chronic illness at the beginning of the pandemic for me. It was leaving my work after almost 20 years in the field and trying to figure out, who am I? What am I? What do I want to do? Because I'm pretty well aware I do not have the emotional elasticity for the level of intensity I used to have in my work. So that was a decision that I made so I could focus on myself as a patient. Now that I'm living with a chronic illness that doesn't have a cure, it's like I had to have a part-time job. And that part-time job was taking care of my health. So when I put my over 50 hours a week job with taking care of my health, it wasn't going well together. Mind you, I've been working 2 jobs almost my whole life. This is what's so funny. Like, it cracks me up, and don't tell anybody because I love rumors. Okay, we're friends now, so we can share secrets. I love rumors. I love it when people make up rumors about me. Love it. I love it. A little mystery is good. Okay? A little mystery. People can make up whatever their stories. Doesn't matter. When you're Capricorn 10th house, a lot of people are going to want to make stories about you because they'll be threatened by your impact, by your power, by your ability to do a job well done, by how successful you are. They will be taken back by how quickly you can bounce back and how you seem to bounce back stronger than you were before. That energy itself might attract you a lot of haters because it's not as easy for them to bounce back like it is for you. You know, Capricorn rules the teeth and the skeletal system in astrology, the bones. I used to watch a lot of crime shows, completely unrelated, but somewhat dark because we're talking about Capricorn here. And I have a Capricorn moon and a Capricorn Venus, right? Yeah. So I used to watch a lot. I love these shows when they will go and excavate the dead body to like prove like that who they have is really the killer. You know, when the family files another motion and they have to prove some other things and they need to excavate the body to do some more scientific research, some analyses. Yeah. So it's always been interesting to me that no matter how long the person has been deceased, they can always retrieve their bones. They can always retrieve the bones of the murdered person so that they can gather the story of what occurred. Isn't that amazing? That in the end, the bones will be the last piece of evidence that we'll have to be able to say how you died. Have you ever thought about that? And you know why that is, right? Because the bones and the teeth are the hardest part of the body. So Capricorn is extremely strong, baby. Keep them hits coming. They make me better. Because you will never take my power. You will have to be God. Literally born to win. Literally born to overcome. You put me in the ground, I can be dug back up and tell you a story. I'm never giving up. And when they all go home and they turn the lights off, I'll still be in the building. When you have that in 10th house, that energy is very intimidating to people. Because they think you want their job. Or they think you want to dominate them. They think you want to do better than them. So you don't even try. But they see you as competition because your power speaks. So don't be surprised if a lot of them try to ruin your reputation at work, ruin your money, and drag your name through the mud because they're competing with you. So they want other people to see you in a bad light. So people will purposely go out of their way to do things to tarnish your reputation so that they can hurt your pockets. That because they're intimidated by your power. When you're Capricorn 10th house, part of being successful in this life is the requirement that you be willing to fight. Because some people are going to make you their enemy, even though you don't consider them an enemy. And oftentimes the workforce is where you'll meet them. So if you happen to work in the corporate world, don't be surprised that you could switch jobs and you're still having haters at work. Because it's your energy they don't like. It's because you look like you've got it together and they try to tarnish your name. And the more they talk badly about you, the more the people they're talking badly to take an interest in you because they're so passionate about how badly they're talking about you. And when those people they're talking to take an interest in you, research you to discover more about who you are. And when they get here, they realize the person that was talking badly about you is really not a positive person. But unfortunately for you, it takes time for them to get their way from the beginning of the bad seed to the, oh, you're the issue. So unfortunately for you, it's going to take a while before the other people at work understand that you're not the issue, because these people are allowed room to badmouth you. And that's purposeful, because you're supposed to learn to get tougher. How do you get tough if people don't come for you? On Steph said, girl, yes, I have many haters for no reason. Always have. Cap, big three, Scorpio, 10th house. Well, there you have it. Same. I have many haters for no reason. Aquarius rising, it's karmic. Capricorn moon, it's karmic. Capricorn Venus is karmic. And on top of that, I have the nerve to be a Sagittarius sun, which means I get attention without trying. And then I have a Scorpio in 10th house. Yeah, a lot of people don't like me because they can't put me in the box. They don't know what to do with me because I don't fit in any of their preconceived notions. And I upset a lot of people on different sides of the aisle because I have a very divisive energy about me, because I embrace a lot of things that people don't think should go together. As an example, I am a lesbian mom. People don't think lesbian and mom should go together. And they get inside the house and I'm a mom's mom. And I'm also a lesbian. And I have a wife. And now they're confused. And they're trying to understand it. And I've been with the same woman for almost 12 years. And now they're confused. So lesbian, wife, mother. This is the story of my life. I don't expect it to be any different. I never fit in anywhere that I go because I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to stand out. And I love it. I love standing out. And I share all this because I need you to know that when your energy is powerful, it gives you the opportunity to be true to yourself, which is what I love the most about my journey. Be who you are, say it, mean it, own it, and just be it unapologetically. So I love that part. But the other part is because I love so many people who don't love each other. As an example, I love the gay, but I also love some Christians that are anti-gay. I love my dad, but I also strongly dislike the way women are being treated nowadays by men. I want to be married, but I also don't want to live with a man. I would rather be married to a woman. Do you see that? So when I get around the people that have been with the same person for as long as I've been with my person for 12 years, 15 years, I relate to them, right? Because we share that experience together. And then when I get around the gays, I relate to them because I am a lesbian. But then there's a section of the community that doesn't understand why why a lesbian will want to get married and have a kid. Because there are many gays that strongly dislike raising children, just the concept of it. Because I could be partying with my friends every weekend. And then there's some that grew up with very traditional views and they want to continue that because that's a part of who they are. So when I get around that group, I fit in. But if I was to bring both those groups together, they won't fit in. And when both those groups watch my videos, they fit in with me and I fit in with them. But when I bring them together, they don't fit in with each other 100%. I say all of that to say, when you're Aquarius energy, like me at the rising, or Scorpio energy like me at the 10th house, or Capricorn energy like me, stellium, you will be so committed, or you are so committed to being authentically who you are, that you will inadvertently cause friction. Because on top of being stubborn and committed, you're also wholesome, which means you make other people feel bad about their lack of being a good person, and you know what I mean. So on top of that, you also walk the talk. And that's offensive to a lot of people because how dare you be a contrarian and also be a good person? So I think when you have Capricorn energy, the power that you carry, which is what you need to succeed in life, will often get challenged by people, especially because you are meek in your presentation. You present very traditional, very quiet, very observant, almost a little shy, very reserved, just not wanting to take space, wanting to fall in the shadows, not wanting to be perceived. Capricorn is very passive when it comes to like social interactions. So, oh, Huggy Bunny said they love my authenticity. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Let me read some of your other comments. So, um, God bless you. We love your insight and energy. I'm also an Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius, if you're still here. Sorry, I'm just now getting to it. Riri said, Capricorns don't care if you like us. Facts. Never cared. And I'm not pretending. That's the part that I need y'all to understand. Capricorn isn't bothered enough to want to perform. Remember, in astrology, Capricorn is an older zodiac sign. Older. It's Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So if Pisces is in their 90s, Aquarius is in their 80s, Capricorn is in their 70s, baby. They're too old, okay? They don't have the energy. So if you want me to care, baby, you're going to have to pay me. You're going to have to give me something in return because it takes energy out of me. That's how Capricorn thinks. If you're bringing no value to me, then you become not valuable to me. So Bianca said, I definitely feel like I've evolved to that person. A lot of what my midheaven says about me is definitely a reflection of me. I absolutely agree that a lot of what my midheaven says about me is a reflection of me. In tropical astrology, I am a Scorpio midheaven, and it's not unusual for Scorpio midheavens to have a near-death experience or a health crisis of some kind in their lives. And it's also not unusual for them to have a brutal career change, often as a result of this health crisis. And I got sick with lupus, a chronic health disease without a cure, right at the beginning of the pandemic. So while I was having my own health crisis with lupus, I was also having a global crisis. And that was very difficult. But here I am, because I'm a Capricorn baby. I'm always going to see my way through it, because I always have. That's the only reason I know how to do it. Because I always have. I'm very skilled at it. I can take care of my business and yours at the same time. No skin off my nose. I know how to use my time wisely. I know how to prioritize. I know how to conceptualize the big picture and how to break that into make it make sense. I know how to take difficult concepts and simplify them. When you've grown up having to make so much sense of chaos, having Capricorn out of the 10th house is one of the best things that can happen for you, because you get to show everybody that all they really need is a little bit of willingness to work hard and determination to succeed, which is really all it is. But Capricorn is so good when they're doing it that people think Capricorn got lucky, or they think Capricorn got spoiled. And I'm like, do you know any Capricorn? Like, I know they don't open up to just anybody, but I don't know a Capricorn who has not been raised with difficult parents. I don't know a single one. Do you? Do you know one? Huggy Bunny said Capricorn Moon. Bianca said, you can call me anything in this world, but you offend my hustle and determination. Same. You can call me all the names you want. Now I'm very good at blocking people instead of debasing myself to even acknowledge the interaction they want to have with me. Now I find that blocking them is so much easier. It saves me lots of time and emotions. Just press the button and I move on. And I find it interesting that people will literally leave their lives and come have a debate with someone that believes in astrology, trying to prove to them that astrology isn't real. Because let me tell you, as a Capricorn stellium, I don't ever imagine myself spending my valuable God given time that I know is limited on anyone or anything. Let me be specific. Anyone. Yes, my mama included if she wanted to cut up. She want to cut up, we can cut up. And you know what I'm not going to do? Waste my time on her till she gets back in her right mind. I'm not doing that for what? Anyone or anything that is not valuable. Because why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? I'm not doing that. I've got lots of things to do. If you think entertaining foolishness is on that list, you have never had a to-do list. You may have never had 2 calendars that you're juggling at once. Because if you did, baby, you wouldn't have time. You wouldn't have time. So no, I'm not pretending. That's why when I love you, like for real, and don't play with my love. Because it takes a lot for Capricorn, Aquarius, and Scorpio to let you in their heart. A lot. They're the type of people that get mad when they start having feelings for you. Can you imagine that? You start actually having feelings for somebody and you're feeling all giddy inside, and you literally find a way to ruin the moment for yourself because you're like, damn, here I go again. Oh, good night, love. Thanks for coming to hang out. I appreciate it. They're so used to life being hard that oftentimes they manifest like more hard things. And like it's like which came first, the chicken or the egg question? I don't know. But all of them have tough beginnings, which make them successful adults later. But it's like will they have been successful adults without the tough beginnings? I don't know. Only God knows. I don't want to sit here and look at the difficulties just through this like immature lens. Like, yeah, life is hard. Period. I don't care if you're a day old. Life is hard. A day old, I got to deal with being outside of my mama's family. It was warm in there. I was living there just fine for 9 months. Comfortable. Didn't even want to come out. Then I got snatched. And next thing I knew, the AC was hitting my skin. No, that did not feel good. Then I cried. And the doctor smacked me. That's how babies are born. You ever thought about that? They're literally into the world being smacked. So much pain in the world. So much pain. But yeah, these 3 experience a lot of pain when they're little. But the problem for them is that for many of them, they never realize how the pain like changed their true heart. It's like they become so hard that they lose sight of their heart. So Capricorn 10th house, one of the best things you can do for yourself is actually reconnect with your sensitivity. The respect that you're looking for in your position, in your work, is a respect that you need to give yourself by honoring your sensitivity. Because the more comfortable you get in your skin and with your feelings, the less you're going to care about the accolades. I promise you. Is it still going to feel good to get the trophy? Yes. But you won't risk everything for the trophy anymore. I need you to have some standards about what you're not willing to compromise for your success. Because sometimes when you get to the end, what you realize is that the trophy wasn't worth what you thought it was worth. And the things that really made your heart feel whole are the things that you took for granted and ignored and neglected. You don't want to be a slave to the victory. If you happen to win, yes. But if it requires you to lose your soul, did you really win? I don't know. Only you can answer that. But I do want you to know that the battle upward is going to be upward. You're going to have to fight your way to the top. You're going to have to be intentional. You're going to have to work hard. But if you stay consistent with your line of work, you will reach the top because Capricorn gets to the top because they're willing to risk it all to get there. When you tell the universe this is what I want, the universe will literally open up to make all of your wishes come true. That's why you got to be specific. Okay? So Capricorn 10th house, make sure that that job and getting to the top, I don't know what it means to you, but you know what it means to you. Make sure that you're getting to the top, your victory, your trophy. Make sure that it also involves people who have a heart that's beating inside their body. Okay? Because whenever you're going through a hard time, life gets hard, guess what? That trophy is not going to do it for you. I promise you, baby. You want to hug that trophy in bed is not going to do it for you. You know what's going to do it for you? Seeing the people that you love coming to visit you. That's going to do it for you. You might even cry because I know how you get. So, Capricorn 10th house, I need you to balance out the aggression with some nurturing. I need you to balance out this desire to overcome whatever you need to overcome to get to the top with taking care of your heart, taking care of your self care, your wellness, your sensitivity, like protecting your heart and not being willing to risk it all. Having some standards about where your line is and respecting that. Because the thing about you, Capricorn, is that when you respect yourself, everybody respects you because you have queen energy, whether you like it or not. You carry queen energy. So that's why you intimidate a lot of people, especially weak people. If they find you're stronger than their energy, they automatically feel like they have to take you down. They feel like they have to take you down so they can come on top of you because they're threatened that you're here and they feel here. So Capricorn, you have queen energy. Libra, you have queen energy. Cancer, you have queen energy. Aries, you have queen energy. This is why people hate you for no reason. It's your energy, especially if you have it at the rising. It's your energy. Let them. That's the best thing I ever did for myself. Let them. Don't try to understand. Just let people live how they want to live. Be grateful that you get to live how you want to live. Let people live how they want to live. If they want to believe in their story that you're a bad person, let them. Don't waste your time trying to explain it. So some people are going to decide that you're too intimidating and try to paint you in a bad light. Let them. You're not worried about those. You're worried about the ones that you can win over your goals. Because you're so by the book that people like to invest in you. People like to support you in your goals because they know if you're successful, they'll be successful. And they know how hard you work and how focused you are. So it's not hard for you to get people to help you on your way to the top. But my main thing is that you do want to have some boundaries about making sure you're taking care of yourself, that you're mentally and emotionally ready for the job. Not just that you want the money, but that you're mentally and emotionally ready for the job. And that the job is really what you want. Because if it's not really what you want, when you get it, it's not going to fulfill you. This is why I want you to make sure that you know what fills your cup, your emotional cup. Okay? That's the best thing you can do for yourself, Capricorn 10th house. Know what fills your emotional cup. Okay? Know what fills it and fill it regularly. Because, baby, nobody's coming to help you. What's your rising? Bianca, are you still there? Let your haters make you better. Love it. I literally laugh in their face. That ain't hurting me. That's funny. Best way to handle them. I ignore them or silence them. It's important for me that they know about their insignificance in my life. That's why I do it. My content is hilarious. On steps and me too. I'm great without their help and they can't stand it. Oh, thank you so much for saying that, Elysian one. No, they can't stand it. People get so mad when they realize I never needed them. They get so mad. And I thought they would be happy to know that I'm not a burden. Like, I'm not a burden. I never came to burden you. I never came to take from you. I never needed anything from you. I've been doing for myself since I was 16. I can take care of myself. I just love you. I know how to look out for myself. I just wanted to love you. And, because I don't have pure intentions, they think my intentions are not pure. That's the thing about people now having pure intentions. They're very good at projecting because they have no ability to self reflect. Because anybody who could self reflect would realize, okay, but no, people don't have pure intentions, don't care enough about their heart to self reflect. Like, why did I feel that way? You have to be curious about what's going on in your heart to be someone that self reflects. Unfortunately, many of them are not that curious about what's going on in their heart. They don't want to think more deeply about it. So they never get to examining, what they can do differently. Unfortunately, that's how a lot of people live. My content is designed to get them to think differently about things. That's really all I want. That they be willing to think differently about it. Like, what if astrology and science could work together? What if? You'd never thought about it. Let's think about it together. That's it. That's all I'm saying. How did I get into it? I got into it after getting kicked out of my when I was 16 for being queer. What a queer melodramatic story. As I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, this sounds like the scene of a movie. I guess my parents really wanted me to be dramatic. Oh, thank you for saying that I'm doing a good job of explaining astrology to layman's people. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm dramatic. I'm sorry. I'm a Capricorn stellium and a Sagittarius stellium and a Scorpio 10th house. Of course, I'm dramatic. I'm a Capricorn moon. Of course, I'm dramatic. Not outwardly, but I'm inwardly dramatic. And when I get relaxed, it seeps out sometimes. But usually I'm like, Capricorn is very rigid as a zodiac sign. So embrace the rigidity of Capricorn to continue working towards your goals when it comes to your commitment and your level of devotion. Embrace the stubbornness of Capricorn when it comes to not being open to any other outcome but you winning. I need that is your only outcome. So Capricorn 10th house, embrace both of those things. But what I want you to work on embracing is embracing your vulnerability, because I think increasing your emotional intelligence will actually make you more successful, because you'll be able to understand people's emotional motivations. Because you can already read their motivations. You already know what their intentions are. If you have Capricorn at the sun, moon, or rising, or 10th house, it's not hard for you to read people. So you can already read their intentions. But what if you could also understand what's driving their intention? Part, because contrary to popular belief, the behavior doesn't come to express the emotion. The emotion came before the behavior. You felt something that made you react. People see the reaction and they say, hey, he's angry. But what they don't know is that maybe he's angry because he feels ashamed. Sometimes feeling ashamed, if you have not been given permission as a child to feel ashamed, can look like anger. If you were bullied for feeling embarrassed, that will look like anger. But you say he's angry. Well, maybe he doesn't feel angry. Maybe he feels sad. Maybe he's acting angry to you, but he feels sad. Cancer would read that. Cancer would read, he's sad. Cancer might even read, he got triggered. Cancer may not know exactly what did it, but they know it's something personal. Cancer won't read, he's scary, he's angry. They will read what's underneath, he's scary, he's angry. So Capricorn, 10th house, if you were to learn from Cancer, you would learn both emotional intelligence that would make you more emotionally mature. And with you already having the intuition, you will be an unbeatable force. That's how we describe that placement. Well, thank you, Elysian One, for following. You're a Capricorn. Well, yay, welcome. I talk a lot about Capricorn on my channel. So I hope you enjoy the content. And of course, if you want a reading, link in bio to do that. And I'll keep the content coming for you. And hopefully you'll follow me as well on Instagram. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I look forward to catching up with you next Thursday. Hopefully, I love y'all. Take care of yourselves. Au revoir. Bonne nuit. Oh, you're so welcome. Thanks for all the gifts, too. Good night. Thank you. You can book your astrology reading at intuitivehealing.com. You can also watch videos at Intuitive Healing here on YouTube for Astrology 101 content. Listen to the Aquarius podcast on Spotify, as well as here on YouTube for your horoscope. If you're interested in astrology and love connections, you can visit at Styled Under Libra. And of course, for health and wellness and holistic healing, visit at Styled Under Virgo for all of your astrology content. Thanks so much for watching.